Hi everyone, it's Heidi from Flutter by Heidi, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based here in the United Kingdom, and it's Celebration Saturday. So Celebration is the biggest giveaway of the year with Stampin' Up!, and it's where you can get free product when you make a spend in multiples of £45. So today I'm going to be making a pretty, very simple card, great for just rustling up quite quickly, or if you're starting out and you just fancy something a little bit different. So here's our card that we're making, and you'll see here that what I'm using is some very simple punching, a little bit of stamping, and it's all using products that you can get free. So you order your normal products, and for every £45 or multiples you can choose an item. So you could choose this stamp set here, which I've used for the happy birthday and the little sprinkles, and that comes a gorgeous cake. Or if you order, you could also order the thoughtful blooms, which is lovely floral stamp sets here. Or if you spent £90, you could order this gorgeous little punch. So fabulous floral punch. It's ages since we've had one, you know, and punches are not cheap. It's a, you know, this normal excellent Stampin' Up! Quality. And look how pretty you can make a card with just one colour of ink, 3 colours of cardstock. So you could order your cardstock and then, you know, add a few more bits and pieces in, some blocks, and you could get this punch for free. So this one I've done in the kind of standard tent fold. You can see here, using thick Whisper White, I've created a card base. So this one is 14.5 by 21 centimetres, scored at 10.5. And the other way you can cut a card base is in metric. I do it at 29 centimetres and then score at 14.5, and that gives us a portrait one, which I think is going to work really well for this layout of card. So you kind of get two versions. You can have a look, see which one you prefer. So we've got our card base, and this time, instead of the purples, I should have said this is Highland Heather, Purple Posy, Highland Heather Gorgeous Grape, and these are the fabulous little metallic pearls that come in gold and silver in the annual catalogue. You can see here, silver and gold pearls, brilliant standby to have in your stash. And to shape the petals, what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. So first thing you're going to do is cut 3 out in whatever colour you want. So I've got some Flirty Flamingo here, so if I'm going to do pinks. And then you take your, this is a great bit of kit if you're starting out, your stamping pierce mat. Not just for piercing though. It's really useful when you're stamping with photopolymer stamps, or if you want to shape some flowers. I've got a pokey tool here, but you could use a ball tool that comes on the end of the take your pick tool. And I've taken my pick and put it somewhere. There we go. So you've got a ball tool on the end here in 2 sizes. So you can either, I use sometimes the end of, you'll see here, my piercing tool. And I just rub it round, flip it over, and poke in the middle. And that gives you a lovely dimensional flower, just adds a bit of interest. So you can do the same with that. And all you need to do is just do each, if you're using the smaller ball tool, just do each little petal. Again, flip it over. And again, you get your texture flower. It depends on what you've got. The Take Your Pick tool is one, though, we're going to use in a moment. Because once you've shaped your flower, you've then got to put some really fiddly little pearls in. Now, I don't do fiddly. I get in a right mess. So, the Take Your Pick tool has got this putty on the end. And if I show you, you just squeeze a little bit up, like so. And then dab that on the end, whatever it is you want to pick up, and that makes it really easy to just place that on the end there. Just like, makes like a little sticky ball. There we go. It helps if you haven't stuck it to the background, as I have with that one. And just pop that in the middle there. Press it down. Now this one I've actually stuck to the card, so I've just moved that back on there, but it's left the glue dot, so I'm going to use another one here. And you pop that into the middle. Like so. And you can give that a press down with your finger, you can give it a press down with your Take Your Pick, and that pushes the flower petals up because you've got a bit of sponginess underneath. So you're going to create 9 little flowers like that. So I've got Flirty Flamingo. I've punched 3 in Blushing Bride and 3 in Melon Mambo. So just 3 shades of lovely Stampin' Up! Colours. And again, just for speed, I'm going to use the end of my piercing tool, which is what I used to use all the time before my Take Your Pick tool, and just flip those over. Now, you don't have to shape them. If you prefer a flatter flower, that's fine too. You can do that. And as I say, I've used the silver pearls. If you hadn't got the silver pearls, I mean, our ordinary pearls are beautiful. I just love sort of pink and silver. Just adds that little bit more shine to it. I don't use gold so much, interestingly. Not a, even jewellery wise, I think the only gold jewellery, I've got really is my wedding ring. The rest, and my engagement ring, the rest of it is pretty much silver. So there we go. There are our little flowers. And I say, this is a really quick card to make. Pop those to one side. And then what I've done is I've just cut a simple square that's 7.3 by 7.3 and a layer of white, which is 7 by 7 centimetres. So I'm just going to pop those on. And I'm going to add my dimensionals before we put our flowers on. There we go, there's our layer. Add some dimensionals to the back. That just saves squashing the flowers later on. Okay. And away we go. So I usually use wet glue. You could use glue dots, but I find by using a bit of wet glue, well, my Tombo's been stored upside down and it's warm in my office, so it is really gloopy. So I'm just going to kind of let that set just a little bit, and I might even, if you get a bit extra, another thing you can do, if you pop that up, just touch another one on the back, preferably without sticking it to your fingers, as I've just done, just to kind of share the glue out a little bit, like so. And then we'll create our little panel. And again, so things I do, I generally I kind of start in the corners to kind of get my spacing. So I kind of, again with the wet glue, it just makes it easier. There we go. I like to have them all the same way. Not everybody does. You might want to mix it up, so have some with sort of the petals pointing, but yes, I like. So if you really like things to be accurate, you could obviously pop a little grid, measure these. If you wanted to sort of measure the center point, add that one in. You know me, I do a bit more chaotic. Yeah, we're chaotic. It's pretty chaotic in my office, as you probably gathered. So there we go, there's our little panel. So pop that to one side and then we can stamp our card. So what I've done is I've created my card base as I showed you, and I've got my happy birthday and I've mounted my little sprinkles, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo just because I think it's a great shade of pink. I find line it up with some grid paper is really useful. Just helps also, helps keep it square. Ink up your stamp and then pop that on the bottom there. And then all I'm going to do is just come in with some sprinkles, and you could go all the way around your card if you wanted. You could just add it to the inside. And this top section here, obviously you could fold your card in half. Problem with that is that obviously you get a bit of a lip. So I'm just going to grab a post-it note. These are kind of the larger ones, and pop it across the top there. You can see I used it for my Highland Heather, but it doesn't matter, makes no difference. You know, reuse those post-it notes. Mine get used and abused till they stop being sticky. There we go. So I've just put some sprinkles top and bottom. Ink pad out of the way. And then all that you need to do now is pop your panel on. And I think this, I'm actually going to prefer this layout to my other one, simply because of the balance. I can get this kind of now centralised wherever I want. So you could obviously have it like this if you wanted to, which I think is rather nice, or you could have it as I did my original one with this ombre. And I'm just going to pop that with, broadly speaking, a border. So there we have a pair of quick and easy punched ombre cards for Celebration Saturday. So get your order in and get this punch for free. It is absolutely fantastic. And then if you happen to buy some stuff next month as well, you can add in the thoughtful blooms as well, or the happy birthday kit. Great value, and a pleasure to work with. Quick and easy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get notified when I post, or pop along to my shop if you want to buy anything, or my blog, and you'll find the links on there. It's heidismith.stampinup.net or flutterbyheidi.co.uk. Come back soon. Bye bye.